After a long 3 days, the NFL draft is finally complete. Let's talk about day three. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I'll be recapping day three of the NFL draft. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention you can follow on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast, and you could also subscribe to the Patreon for bonus New York Jets content. Let's hop into today's show. I was on with Ryan and Greenbean from 11 a.m. through the end of the seventh round, which finished around 7 p.m. So that's 8 hours of streaming on day three. And we covered the entire first round on Thursday night. We covered round two and round three on Friday night. I am exhausted. I am going to bed after this shot, but I want to talk to you about the Jets day three. And it was over very early. They only had 2 picks on day three, both of which came in the fourth round. Both came early in the fourth round, and let's talk about them. First, they decided to go with Max Micheal, an offensive tackle, and I kind of like this move because I think while I'm not looking at him as a replacement for either Mekhi Becton or George Fant, I would be very surprised if that turned out to be the case. I look at this as someone who could potentially be the swing tackle, which is definitely a need on this team. And let's be real, Connor McDermott, you don't want to be one injury away from having to play Connor McDermott or Chuma Edoga. So they needed depth at this position. It was a swing in the fourth round. I'm more than okay with this. This is someone, again, the Jets saw at the Senior Bowl, which is, spoiler, they liked the guys that they saw at the Senior Bowl. They drafted a couple of them that they were able to see at the Senior Bowl. So Max Micheal goes first. And again, this is someone who just fits from a run blocking perspective. I think would be really good in zone. If he turns into being a starter one day, I think that's a home run. But I just look at this as a depth move. And in the fourth round, that's really all you're asking for the most part. And then at 117, so 6 picks later, and then the Jets were done for the day. There was 262 picks total, and the Jets were done after 117. But they take Micheal Clemons, a pass rusher out of Texas A&M. And he's a little bit interesting. Now, I like the idea of adding as many pass rushers as possible. I get that. But Clemons, while yes, some looked at him as a round 3 potential talent, there's some baggage that comes along with him. He was arrested on a few different charges. One of them is marijuana, which I don't really care about. One of them was illegal possession of a weapon, which is a little bit worse. And then one is giving false information or something like that. It's I don't know. And he's going to be 25 years old, but at the start of the year too. So an older prospect. This gave me Mike McCagnon vibes in the mid round, taking a guy who's essentially going to be 25 years old when the season starts. Which is essentially a dinosaur in draft terms. He was a 6th-year senior this year, but I don't know. If that's my biggest gripe from the draft, that's probably a good thing. My biggest critique came in the fourth round at pick 117. Before that, I was mostly okay with what the Jets did. I think they hit this one out of the park as a total of a draft class. On Sunday, I'll be going live at 7 o'clock. We'll be breaking things down on Just Jets on Mondays. We'll be grading the NFL draft, which I'm insanely high on. Spoiler alert. But just for today, it was a little bit different. I didn't expect the Jets to go this direction because they exited the 2022 NFL draft without drafting either a safety or a linebacker. So does this mean that they are going to look for one as an undrafted free agent? Does this mean that they are okay with what they have in the room? Both are entirely possible. Again, it's not exactly what I would feel comfortable with, but if the Jets are comfortable with it, there's no convincing them otherwise. So it is what it is. But a very quick, easy breezy day three. The Jets go depth offensive tackle. They go depth edge rusher. Could they have taken a swing at linebacker? Yes, Brandon Smith was available at the time. He was a linebacker from Penn State, as someone that I was interested in. And that's really the only other gripe that I have. We'll see. Maybe they're a little bit higher on LaMarcus Joyner than we are. They're definitely higher on Quincy Williams than I am, and then maybe some other Jet fans. But overall, pretty solid. And again, day 3 was over pretty quickly. Only 2 picks on day 3, both coming in the 4th round, both depth pieces. So we'll see. Again, more recap coming on Sunday in the live stream. I'll be answering you guys' questions. On Monday, I'll have a full breakdown and my grade on the podcast. But for right now, pretty satisfied. Let me know what your thoughts are on not only day 3, but the entirety of the NFL draft in the comments below. Once again, I'm Matt O'Leary. You can follow me, subscribe if you're new. I'll talk to you next time.